히트 시즌2.
We are here for the ace match, the second one of the night here. It's going to be GuMiho versus INnoVation, another TBT.
And GuMiho, the underdog here this time, they have played their cards correctly. Only GTR, the man on the second floor looking down upon all of us. He says he has faith in the Gumi God. He had faith last time when no one else did. Yeah. He was right. Let's see if that happens again. It
was close for me. I thought about it, but GuMiho, a stronger TVP player, and INnoVation, you know, everything you said about it. Preparing for TVT on a two-player map. He's a fantastic TVT player as well. Guys, we also learned that this is the second TVT ever of this entire season. The first one was Alive versus TY in round 1.
Talking about ace matches, of course, yeah. The second TVT ace match in the entire tournament. That's crazy. It just happened to be, it's not the meta for this. It's also not the maps. It's bad luck. The games that go to ace matches, not Terran maps oftentimes. This is specifically to counter GuMiho. If they were dealing with a different player on MVP, if one of the other players was doing better, like Ryung, for example, might see Classic come out, might see Sue or Dark come out. But against GuMiho, they want to do this. INnoVation's already prepared for the matchup. It's harder for GuMiho. He has the cards stacked against him because he knew that this was a possibility, but there was no way he could know 100% he would TBT at the end of tonight, whereas he prepared more, obviously, for the TBP.
For sure, guys. We're going to jump into the ace match right now. The TBT, GuMiho versus INnoVation on Frozen Temple. Up here in the top left in the teal for MVP, it is GuMiho.
And over here in the orange, the bottom of the map, the SKT Terran INnoVation. Both players winning their respective matches earlier tonight. The upset goes to Departure, though. And to be totally honest, if it were up to me, if GuMiho wins this match, I would still give the MVP to Departure. He was the one who did the unlikely. He was the one who had the build and beat his favorite opponent in the mirror matchup to get here. He did what Ryung could not, and so here we are. And looking at this, it's going to be gas first versus gas first. Not even surprising considering the two players we see here in this matchup.
Makes a lot of sense. You want to get that aggression up nice and early, especially on this two-player map. Lots of things you can do. I wonder if we're going to see Mac once again from INnoVation. Are we going to see the same from GuMiho? That third base is a little bit, well, I should say it's a lot harder to hold compared to King Sejong Station.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's like out there, it's far away from your natural. You can break down the rocks. There's 3 different paths that your opponent can come into if they do break down the rocks.
The other thing, too, is if we see bio, like, if it's mech versus mech, it's really easy to take because you're not really worried about run buys. I mean, yeah, you can deal with Hellions, but if you just have your tanks in position, you're fine. But if you're up against bio, the drops kind of like just ping pong between the triangle of your main, your third, and your natural. And you can kind of just harass.
I thought it was
all 3.
The horseshoe. Or is that only Dusk Towers?
Well, on this map, it's less of a horseshoe effect because if you go from the natural to the main, you only have to go up a ramp. Whereas like on Dusk Towers, you have to go like up a ramp and then down a ramp and after walking all the way through your main.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the same sort of effect is there. It's just not as strong in this case. It is strong between the third and the main. But anyway, we digress here. But I do want to point out, I don't think we mentioned it, GuMiho took a much faster second gas, like really, really fast. He has his factory up way faster as a result and can instantly add a starport. And with this much gas, it's got to be Cloak Banshees. He's going to get a Hellion first, and he'll probably add a Tech Lab on this barracks, I'd say. And we'll do the switcheroo to get the Banshees out. Yeah. If he's not, I mean, he's going to have a lot of gas stored up. Oh, wow. Check this out. The Reaper misses this, and he's going to delay this CC. Very nicely done by GuMiho.
Very annoying, and so important, too, because the Nexus... Oh, and wow, GuMiho actually gets the first shot.
He's going to kill the Reaper. He's going to get it. Down it goes. Huge wins here. That means he can delay the CC again. GuMiho!
What is going on?
He is one of the best Reaper players in the world, and he's making this work. He's got the follow-up push. This CC man to be canceled. Oh my god, he's actually going to knock this SCV off production. This SCV is going to go down, and that's going to further delay the tech here. Now the Hellions in position.
2 Reapers and the Hellion. 2 Hellions are going to pop out here. And he's going to try to focus one down. Should be very, very low. There it is.
Oh my god, there's the repair, but it still goes down, and more SCV is going to go down with it. And this is a huge tempo advantage for GuMiho, who rallies units across the map.
Oh boy.
But let's bring it back for a second. His macro missed several beats. He could have had this cloak up way earlier. He was only microing. He's still delaying this CC though, and he's massively ahead. But he could be even further ahead. And that's one of the things that happens to you when you micro this much. You lose some of your macro, and now he's going to be losing his units.
But it's paying off. He's already 7 SCVs ahead. And the Cloak Banshee, I think the first one, not out quite yet. The first one is about to finish. He does make that second CC on the low ground here, whereas INnoVation he has his complete, finally, after having it being delayed multiple times here.
His starport was also delayed. The Viking will still be out in time because GuMiho missed. Like, if GuMiho had hit his Banshee timing, like if he had made it immediately, it'd be like already at INnoVation's base almost by now. He's going to have to use SCVs to repair here and this Banshee to defend. INnoVation lining up the Hellions quite a bit. GuMiho getting some extra AoE. He will delay the CC if he clicks on SCV. Nope, not going to do so, and we'll lose all of his Hellions. Definitely could have denied there. And GuMiho takes a massive lead here now because he's dealt with the pressure. He took no damage. He's going to have his own CC back at home. The only thing that INnoVation really gained here was a scout on the Banshee tech. And so he's getting a Raven at home and an eBay. And the economies are going to even up here, but GuMiho has so much more power on the map with the Banshees. He has out that tech advantage.
Yeah, and he's going to find damage inevitably, right? There's 2 bases now. You can't cover everything. He is going to make turrets, as well as that Raven you were talking about, but turret's not ready, and the Raven just popped out.
Looks like the turret finishes just in time. He can delay this depot. He also scouts the late cloak from INnoVation. The Raven being out here is great and all, but the Cyclone follow-up push is going to make this a lot tougher. He targets the Viking, which is an interesting choice. Actually, I think it's the right choice here. He gets it. And yeah, if you have detection, that's great and all, but if you don't have anti-air, who cares? All he has for anti-air is turrets and auto turrets.
Yeah, and here he comes. Now he's going for the tech lab here on the starport. Not sure if that's the best choice. Now he's going to turn around.
He's positioned it so well, and now he controls the top of the ramp. And he's going to kill this depot, and INnoVation doesn't have control of his own main base right now. If he loses that factory, that barracks, he can't make more factories, and he's going for mech. So this is actually a pretty big loss as well to lose that barracks. And now he's just going to clear up these Hellions with the Banshees. He's out of energy on these Banshees, but it doesn't matter. He doesn't need Cloak. He's doing so much damage. He's doing game-ending damage right now. GuMiho can drop a 3rd CC. Looks like he's thinking about it. He's got an SCV over there, but I don't know if he'll need it. He may end the game from this tempo advantage that he has.
With this tank, I mean, there's nothing to answer it. There's only Hellions. He has to pull the SCVs, and here we go. Auto turret going down.
The most important thing is that Viking right now. If he keeps the Viking alive, he can defend this push, and he will. He's going to have to use scans in a second if he wants to secure the kills on these Banshees, but so much damage done already here, and now he has to leave. He has to pull the Viking back. He's down 12 SCVs. He survived for the time being, but how much more of this abuse can INnoVation really take?
Wow, what a start to this game here from GuMiho. He's really taking control and proving everybody but GTR wrong. He's probably bouncing up and down in his seat like that. He, in fact, looks like the favorite player. I mean, just from the get-go, avoiding INnoVation's Reaper, getting onto that CC. And then from there, just, you know, that happens sometimes in TVT where it's like you have 1 extra Reaper or 1 extra Hellion and you just get into a better position, you win the micro fight, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I don't have anything else to defend.
Yeah, it's a mirror matchup, you know?
Massive damage.
Yeah, just the numbers in mirror matchups are so important because you don't have as many counter units. Now, he's going bio. He's going to just try to finish this off by like containing INnoVation with just constantly pressuring him and like beating him down, hammering him down. INnoVation is sticking to his guns though. He's taken quite a gambit here with the cloak tech. He's hoping that he's going to find damage with this, and oh, look at this. This is a beautiful move. He knows the Banshees are going to come back after repair. He goes to intercept them, and now he knows that it's much less likely for GuMiho to be prepared for his Banshee coming across the map because it's delayed. Although, as I say that, GuMiho was safe. Cloak finishes, scans, he wants to see the tech. So, okay. I know what you're doing.
And you remember what you said at the beginning of the game. It doesn't matter if it's mech versus mech when you're taking your third base, really. You know, perhaps you can pressure with Hellions. You know, it really depends on the situation. But if you're mech and you're trying to take this third base, and GuMiho got a super fast third and is powering up so many barracks, and of course getting his tanks out as well. How are you gonna hold that third base?
He got stimmed so early. Like, he can put some pressure, some real pressure on, like right now. Like, he could be moving across. He's already in position to defend space against Hellion run-bys. He knows INnoVation is meching. Not much is clear to him. His stim's about to be finished. If these Hellions commit, he will stim and destroy all of them. Good targeting here by INnoVation, but also counter-wise a great split by GuMiho. And the one thing he's lacking here is Metamax, but he's about to have them. And that's really the final piece of the puzzle for GuMiho to be able to put on some heavy pressure. He scans. I don't even know if he got vision of that CC on the edge there, but he knows the CC isn't planted, so he's like, no rush. No rush. No reason to throw away my advantage right now until he puts the CC down. That's when I'm going to start pressuring him. Until then, I'm going to explode, as you said, on these barracks I've just produced. My combat shield's almost done. I've already got +1 attack. I've already got stim, and I'm even getting Marauders. So ahead right now. INnoVation is going to have to turtle and hope that GuMiho makes a mistake. And that's part of the reason why he put the Gambit on that cloak. He was like, all right, well, let's see. Maybe he'll attack into me and I'll have cloak for the defense and I can just win a fight that I shouldn't have. Maybe he flubs the defense and I get back up in SCVs. But he got neither. This is a cool Widowmine placement because it scouts movement through this part of the map.
But also so smart from GuMiho. He sends one down that way to make sure that there's no base drain. It also scouts the Widowmine, nice little bonus. But he moves his army along the bottom side at the same time. He doesn't want to go up that small ramp at the middle of the map. He wants to come up this big one and attack through here.
He's going to have Blue Flame Hellions, but how helpful is that really going to be when his army is out of position? This CC will likely go down. 2 PDDs to protect the Vikings, and here come the Marines stimming forward here with +1 and combat shields. SCV's trying to repair this CC. INnoVation's tank survives for a while here.
The tanks in the back actually doing a lot of damage. Not that much bio left on the ground, but still alive. It's enough.
It's enough, and the 4 tanks of GuMiho here will seal the deal. SKT is defeated tonight by MVP. Look at GuMiho's face. He's earned it. He is the best player by far on his team, and he's showing it again and again and again. He's on an incredible winning streak here in Pro League. He does it again tonight in the ace match. No one expected this, but here we are, and here he stands. He's done it. The game is over.
Unbelievable. INnoVation going down. He was the right choice, but he doesn't show up tonight. GuMiho taking control of this entire day. He's going to give MVP a chance to get to the finals. GG!
Gumi, God, he does it again! Out of control this guy is right now.
Unbelievable. Toya's going crazy over there. He was jumping up and down. Everybody from MVP obviously extremely happy with the win.
What a great set of play from him today. Last week, the week before, this guy is on fire right now. He is contending, he is defeating champions, he is putting players, people are supposedly favored against him. He says no. The commentators have trust in him versus Classic, but only GTR has faith against INnoVation, and he proves us wrong again. GuMiho is just on another level right now. He's rising. We saw the echoes of this, the hints of this. He was doing really well in the WCA tournament. You know, he was playing well in other individual leagues, started winning in Pro League more and more often. He was the only winning player on MVP, and now he's transcended it all. He belongs on a pedestal tonight. What a great player, what amazing play we saw from him in both games tonight. Very, very impressed with this player. He's been playing since Boyu, since the beta here in Korea, and now he's taken out Kespo Legends, 2 champions, defeated by GuMiho tonight.
Incredibly inspiring play, amazing games. Definitely recommend those to your friends if you want to see how to take apart both the Protoss and the Terran. This knocks SKT out of the round 3 playoffs.
That's right. It'll be the first time in StarCraft 2 playoff history that SKT will not be in the playoffs. First time ever, and not only that, they are tied in last place with Samsung Galaxy here in their 5th match with -5 as their indicator.
That makes things really interesting for the playoffs. There's literally only 3 teams now that can make it into 2 spots for the round 3 playoffs. So we're going to have to see tomorrow how that all shakes up.
GuMiho was in the top 6, as I mentioned before. Now, with these 2 wins, he jumps up to top 4. The only MVP player in this, far above Legends and Champions, Deer, Rogue, Dark, and Sue. And TY as well.
Yeah, he's right there with them.
Same amount of losses, 2 more wins. Tied with stats. Watch out, World. GuMiho is coming. I don't know what team he's going to end up on next season, next year. But he has flown to the top, man. He is just...
Jin Air Green Wings, he's flown? What are you trying to say,
I'm not confirming
what
anything.
What are you saying?
What a great series by MVP today. Also, you know, I said earlier, I was like, no, Departure should be the MVP. No, I changed my